Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right. So let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Who needs to hear a message? Who needs to hear a message? All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Empress, and we have the Page of Wands. I kind of feel like the Empress here is kind of sitting right in the middle of something. Do you feel like you're in the middle of something? You're in between something, or you're in between a decision or something that you want to do. Nine of Pentacles, King of Cups. I feel like you're like in between. You're not sure what you want to do about something. Could be that you want to reach out or you want to communicate with someone and you're not really sure what you want to do. Six of Wands. You want to have the best outcome in a situation where everybody is happy. But that it also works out for you. I feel like there's some kind of dilemma, or there's some sort of question, or there's some kind of something that's going on with you, and I feel like there's a lot of people involved, and you're trying to figure out, how do we come to the best resolution where everybody comes out happy, where everybody comes out positive, where everybody feels like they've won, and it works for everybody. I kind of feel like you want to make sure that you don't leave yourself out in this equation, and I feel like maybe in the past you always kind of gave up or you gave in. But this time around you want it to be different. You want it to be more balanced. You want it to be where you feel like you've received something from it too. I feel like maybe you feel like you're always the one who gives up, like you're always the one who gives in. You're always the one who's trying to keep the peace. But this time, like, you want to shake things up and you're like, no, I want it to be a partnership. I want it to be where we're both communicating, where we're both receiving. I feel like you're giving a lot to someone else. And sometimes when we do that, where we constantly are giving to the other person, then that person, it's almost like we're teaching that person how to treat us. And if we're always taking the short end of the stick and we're always giving the other part to the other person, then it's almost like they start to expect that. So I feel that there's someone around you that is always kind of expecting you to give them what it is that they want. But yet you have to look at the fact that, have you been giving that person that all of the time, and kind of have taught that person that that's what they should expect from you? And I feel like that's something that you need to look at and you need to see. And I feel like now you want that changed, where you want it moving forward. You want it where it's more equal, where you want it more of a back and forth. But you also have to realize that if that person doesn't feel that way, or isn't expecting that, or gets irritated with that, you have to realize that if you've always been the one who's been giving to the other person, right? You've always been the one that's doing that. All of a sudden you change that up. That's going to create some friction. What did I just say? That it's going to create some friction, and look what card came out. And I feel like you can't get irritated with that person again, because what are those actions that you've always done for that other person, or you've already always shown that person? So I feel like the main thing here is for you to really look within and find those answers as to, why do you want to change things up? What is it that you're feeling? But then also it's about communicating and letting that other person know. and saying, well, this is how I feel. I always feel like I've always sacrificed for you, that I've always given for you, right? That I've always done things for you. And now I want things to happen for me, and I need you to support me, or I want this to be more of a partnership, because I feel like you want to pursue this, which I love, is the Nine of Cups and the Fool card. So this is amazing. This is very exciting, because you want to pursue your dreams. Sometimes when we're in relationships, or we're supporting that other person because they're going after their dreams, right? That they need that support and we need to help them out. But now I feel like you want to go after your dreams. You want to start on your direction, your goals, your careers, your wishes, your desires. And you want to communicate to this person that, hey, this is what I want to do. Page of Swords. But, right, Page of Swords is kind of that negative, kind of tough things to talk about. So you have to have that tough conversation with this person and say, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I want, this is where the direction that I want to go in. Because I feel like because you're always giving to the other person, like I said, that's causing some friction between the two of you, and the friction is having to do with this Nine of Cups and this Fool, that you want to start something new. But it's always hard to have that conversation with people, and exactly like I was saying before, that if they're always used to you being one certain way, but then all of a sudden you're feeling this change, you're feeling this desire to go after new things. And I feel like it was this here with this Nine of Pentacles, that you want to pursue something new and something different. And you feel that this is, I feel like certain times in our lives that we go through these growth spurts, or we go through these changes where we're kind of going along and everything's good, but then it's like we want change, we desire more, we want more of a challenge, we want to push ourselves. We feel this need or this emptiness that we want to pursue something or go after something. And I feel like that's kind of what you're going through here, is that you want something new and something different, or you want within a relationship of it to be more of a partnership rather than a one way. But I also feel like there's something else that you want to pursue. I feel like with this Nine of Cups and this Fool, I feel like that's something bigger that you want. There's a bigger dream that you want. But it's going to it's coming with a little bit of some difficulty, some difficult conversations, or some difficult choices that you have to make in this situation, whatever those are that represent for you. But I feel like you're ready to handle those tougher times, those difficult choices. And right here in the middle, I'm focusing on this Six of Wands, which is that success and victory, and having the people around you that you know support you to push you forward and go after your dreams, right? Go after your dreams. All right, so let's grab one of the Learning Tarot cards. All right, we have the Five of Cups, which represents loss. It's a no. Sadness, loss, grief, despair, abandonment, guilt, remorse, regret. And sometimes when we make changes, right, so that could be what you're feeling, and I feel like that kind of goes with the Page of Swords here, is that what you're feeling is there's going to have to be some loss in some form, but it's also you're gaining, right, because you're leaving this behind, but then you're turning around and you're gaining this Two Cups here. So I almost feel like even though this is difficult for you and you feel that there is a loss, but I feel like you're gaining more. I feel like you're gaining this Empress card, this growth and this expansion. You're gaining this Nine of Cups and the Fool card. Sometimes we have to sacrifice some things in order to, move forward or make changes, and whatever that is represents for you, that's that's for you. Everyone's maybe different. Mental repetition, I almost feel like it's something that, I almost feel like it's a little voice that's whispering in your ear that kind of started off little, but I feel like it's gotten bigger. Like the voice has gone from a whisper to talking firmly, right? That it's become louder and louder and louder, and this is something that you can't ignore anymore. That this is something that you feel this desire to pursue it. And I feel like with this ending here with the Nine of Cups and the Fool, that's really what pushed you. It's almost like this whole process here is to get to this point, is this Nine of Cups and Fool. And sometimes it takes us a while to get there, you know, for us to be able to be completely ready. And I feel like you're ready, or you're definitely getting ready to pursue this. Because if you have that desire, like, you're not going to give up on it this time. That maybe before you've tried to do this, pursue this Nine of Cups and Fool card, and you've tried to do that, but you would give up because you would be drawn back in. But I feel this time around that you're feeling so strong that you're not going to give up and you're not going to give in this time, that you're going to handle it. And I feel like that's why the Page of Swords and the Five of Cups came out, is because you're realizing that this is the time that it's going to succeed and you're going to be successful. So this could also, this represents success, and I feel like this could represent a successful new beginning, whatever this thing is that you want to pursue. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.